back to answer more goddamn questions up your ass right here, right now. God damn it. Before we get some goddamn questions, I want to kind of go over this so that way it's on camera, commemorated, and I have my thoughts all gathered. In case anybody has some of this stuff, I mentioned the video that went up today, so it'll be 9, 10 days. Like I said, I got that many pre-uploaded videos. Jeff from Exploding Zombies emailed me because it was the one I mentioned. He sent me a shirt, fucking homeboy hookup. God damn it! He didn't even ask me or tell me. He just said it. Knew the 2X too. God damn it! Knew the size. Got it right. A man size. A real man wears XL or better. God damn it! You ain't XL or better, means your ass needs to get your ass over to goddamn Golden Corral and bulk the fuck up and hit the iron hard and heavy. God damn it! But so I wore that, and then I gave a shout out, and I talked a little bit about us doing the several severed heads on vinyl, and then he got back, thanks for the shout out, shit like that, and I mentioned to him, so this goes to him again, even though I just emailed him. I'm like, I'm going to talk about it on camera too. If anybody has, me and my buddy Dan Murrow were talking about this for years. Dan said he got them, but I think he still might be missing one of the demos. We talked about for years because. Dude, everybody in this fucking metal scene's a goddamn poser that has their head so goddamn far up their ass it ain't even fucking funny. Is that Exploding Zombies? I don't even fucking know what the fuck you're talking about. That's some real death metal, brah. Sends internal bleeding home on a stretcher. Sends the fucking boar soul home on a stretcher. 200 whip wounds on a stretcher. Sanguizio bog off to the fucking goddamn morgue. And a goddamn twink more off to the motherfucking grave in their goddamn hippie ass outfits. But none of these idiots fucking even know who it is. But all I ever had by Exploding Zombies for years was just Several Sever's Heads, which is their second album, came out in 2000. I just owned the CD. It was on a Medic Records. Shout out to Steve Rarick. Haven't seen that motherfucker in years. He was always a cool homeboy up there in Detroit, Michigan. But he's the one that put it out. So obviously, he knew it was up. Goddamn zombies. And then Exploding Zombies, since they're from, I think it's Detroit, but Michigan area, they played Ohio multiple times. And me, Easy E, and Sea Dog, been saw them multiple times. We have live photos, hence we'll use some on the LP. But all I had was the Several Severed Heads CD, and then maybe it was probably about 10 years after that, I had the Devour the Village CD. However, my Devour the Village, it's kind of, I don't know if this is how it came out. It's shitty as fuck. It's like, it's a pro CDR, and it has all the artwork and stuff. It even has artwork on the disc, but it's very, very, just cheap man's done, the way it's done. I don't know if that was released like that because it was funds, or if I just got an all these goddamn version of it. I don't know, but at least I do have the audio and I have the artwork. So if Several Severed Heads goes over well, which it probably won't, but it goddamn should, because again, if you like death metal, come on, man. I mean, okay, maybe not if you like fucking just the first generation death metal, only 80s shit, but I mean, come on, dude. If you like fucking early Cannibal and all the brutal shit, the shit, brah, it's fucking great. If that goes over well, I wouldn't mind doing a Devour the Village. Shit needs a CD LP. But what I'm asking is, me and Dan talked about it, is I'm brought up a Metal Archives. Like, there's the Oozing Molten Brains or whatever I think it's called. No. They have 3 demos, and I don't have them. Dan says he has, I think he said in recent times he got for years he couldn't get one of them. I can't remember which one. I don't have any of them. But if any of you guys have the audio, and I email Jeff if he does, I would just love to have them on a CDR for myself. And if nothing else, I just have the fucking audio so I can jam the goddamn tunes. But if things go well, if Several Severed Heads goes well, maybe we do Devour the Village. I would love to do an LP CD of the demo compilation, maybe with some live bonus track shit too. Goddamn it! So if anybody has these, let me know. I would like them on a CDR for myself. There's the Piles of Oozing Brain Sauce demo, 1993. Yes, I'm looking at Metal Archives before anybody wants to be a fucking wise ass. Beyond Suffrage demo, 1994, and there's a promo 1995 demo. It doesn't have a title, but Beyond the Suffrage is on there. Disease Called Birth, Zombie Life / Rotting Underground. I don't know those goddamn songs. So hopefully I'm assuming they sound good or respectable. I would like them for myself. And then while we're at it, so if Jeff, if you have those or anyone watching this has those, hook the dog up, goddammit. And, if you need money for CDRs or your time, I wouldn't mind paying for it too. I don't need it completely fucking, I'm not looking for a free handout. I wouldn't also mind if somebody's got good live recordings, if Jeff has rehearsals I like the early days, because it's nostalgic to me, especially the live shows. When I saw them, the earliest I saw them is maybe 1999, but for sure 2000, 2001, they played the Ohio Death Fest. I forget which year. I was there, goddammit. They played that. I probably saw them 3 or 4 times, but I mean, at the latest was 2003. So it was between 1999 and 2003, those years. If you have recordings, live recordings, that sound good too. I don't want something that sounds like goddamn ass. That doesn't have to sound like goddamn live cannibalism. Don't be a smart ass. I'm not one of those picky ass bastards. But as long as you can hear everything, you can hear the vocals and goddamn tune skis. The dog good. I would like that too. And another thing, and I said to Jeff, I would like hells to do replicas of, just because to be honest, I just want one for myself. Back in the day, it was a Medic Records. Steve Rarick, he pressed a long sleeve and I think a T-shirt, but I think I had the long sleeve. An Exploding Zombie, Several Severed Heads shirt. Both sides, it was the most full color shirt I've ever seen, with probably the exception of the Regurgitation Tales of Necrophilia that Hell's pressed. First T-shirt we ever did. The back art with the gutted girl and stuff. It was full color front and back. Why is that a big deal, J-Dog? Look at all your shirts. How many shirts do you have that are full color front and back? It's very rare. And the reason why I bring that up is because when you stop and think about it, I didn't think about it at the time when we were doing the regurgitation shit, why it was so expensive to press. And the plant said that. It's like, oh yeah, I guess I'm looking. I was like, literally, I did not own a single full color shirt front and back, with the exception of that Exploding Zombies. And I remember the artwork. I can't remember if the artwork on the sleeves was all full color or not, but it was cool. It had this cool zombie art. But the art's cheesy and it's fucking simple as fuck, but it screams fucking death metal demos. Screams 80s. Screams early 90s. But yeah, is it cheese? Does it look like a fucking 12-year-old drew it? Fuck yeah. That's kind of gave it the character. I don't want no goddamn Adobe Photoshop bullshit. For example, I prefer that cheesy ass fucking 12-year-old cover by Exploding Zombies, Several Severed Heads, than I prefer any cover by Vader. Not taking anything away about Vader either. That's a band I like every single album by, even though they're polished as fuck. All good, solid shit. But the album cover, that to me represents more death metal than any of the Vaders. The Vaders, yeah, it's all professional. It's like, fuck yeah, it's in goddamn stores and shit. I don't know, dude. That don't scream UG to me, goddammit. So, if anybody has that shirt, Jeff or yourself, I would just need it, or the files. If Steve Rarick from a Medic has it, I wouldn't mind doing it. I just want one for myself because, like I said, I used to have it, but it was a size medium, and I gave it away years ago. I remember I gave it to a dude that was excited about it. It was. I was happy to see somebody else like the band. Like, fucking finally, someone's not bringing up dumb shit. I'm tired of hearing about the same stupid ass fucking mid as fuck goddamn bands. They're not mentioning Alter and just killer shit, bringing up the dumb crap. So it was cool to see that. So I just gave it to them. So I no longer have it. Had I known this at the time, I mean, should have scanned it in. That way it had files and we cleaned up the art and, get shirts pressed for ourselves. Because dog needs a goddamn 2X of it. Even if it's not the long sleeve version, I don't wear too many long sleeves, although I might be busting out my Cannibal Vial long sleeve and a couple others because it is cold as fuck here in Ohio. It gets a little goddamn chilly in this warehouse too. Fucking heat here sucks. I mean, it's not freezing, but it's it's got a little bit of a pinch of a chill to it. So long sleeves get goddamn comfy. So prefer actually, to be honest, it'd be cool. I wouldn't mind a long sleeve of it that it was that the sleeve print and a short sleeve. So got both seasons covered. Goddamn it. So if anybody's got that shit, dog's interested. And if you don't got that shit, keep your fucking eyes peeled and get those CDs that We're Not on Hell's, the Several Severed Heads, Devour the Village, Discogs, or whatever the fuck you gotta do. I'm telling you, Brosky. Go over and YouTube it now. Bangers. Anyways, we got one goddamn paid Scaroonie, but this came in yesterday. 0 paid Scarooniees today, which is bullshit. We've already been over this, goddammit. Minimum 2 a day. That is the bare skeeting fucking minimum. Anyways, from yesterday. What the fuck is this guy's name? Asen Lozagus. Sure, I'm butchering that, bro, but goddamn, never seen that name before. Hey, J-Dog, you are the reason why I can't stop saying bra I'm pink panty wearing poser. It's funny because I read this yesterday. Get a goddamn sip of fucking coffee. Record this early in the goddamn morning. Not 6 a.m., but early. Just freshly fucking brewed. Check this shit out. You know you're motherfucking old. Dog never goes to the store because Elcat does all the goddamn shopping. But I ran out of some fucking some produce that I use for my second meal. So I was like, fuck. So I ran up the goddamn street. And she usually grass because you know how sometimes it goes bad. It was spinach and mushrooms. It goes bad sometimes. I had to get some fresh shit. Walking around, I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm usually a McCafe guy, but I saw a limited edition. I gotta say, this is some pretty fucking tasty shit. Hippie as fuck. Starbucks. Gingerbread. So the fucking limited edition goddamn Christmas time. You know you're getting fucking old when you're buying Christmas goddamn fucking shit. Fucking 20-year-old dog would have see when he a bad eyeball of that. He's like, what kind of fucking pussy needs that shit? Now I'm that guy. But anyways, I was laughing when he said, yeah, I can't stop saying bra bra and pink panty wearing poser because actually it was funny. Lindsay and I recently said it. And I knew that it was because other people told me this. Like how many guys are out there using the same lingo because the channel. Slash, I guarantee it's a fucking ton. And now, don't get me wrong, some of the guys maybe they're doing it intentionally, some not, because I get it, because I found myself, like, I'm talking way before even doing this YouTube channel, you use other people's lingo that you're around or listen to. Like, I think, you know, naturally just using, like, Rich Piana's lingo a little bit or something. It wasn't because it was trying to be like him. It's because you were listening to it every fucking day, or you start to use Donna the Dead's lingo or Kanye's lingo. Yeah, definitely picked up some Kanye lingo for sure. It's because you're around them all the time. It wasn't because somebody like, oh, well, you're so obsessed with that guy, or some people like, you're so obsessed with J-Lo. I don't think it's that. If you're listening every day, let's call it like it is. It's like people like, oh, you stole this guy's line. Some people will say that to me. It's like, dude, technically, your whole fucking language is stolen. You didn't create the goddamn English language. You're using shit you were taught and you heard. What I try to do is, well, like I said, some you just naturally pick up. You're not even thinking about it. But I try to pay homage to the shit that I like, the lingo that I like, stuff that I found funny from, like I said, from bands, yeah, just music, movies, a lot of movies, YouTube channels, anything, shit that I found was really, really good. Try to pay homage to it because I was a fan of it. So I totally understand, but I think it is funny when people tell me that. Using the funniest I heard was in person. I don't remember I don't know what band it was. I was outside, but you could hear the bands playing. It was pretty sure it was at the Indianapolis Fest. Was that Hellfest? The one where I did the Paul Denny Part 2 interview and the goddamn Von Ghoul Lurking Corpses interview. That one. I don't know what band. It sounded more like a thrash metal band, but you could hear in between songs, Sup Devils. That's all they introduced to the crowd, or in between songs. Me, Eric, Easy, fucking, and Elcat were just all laughing our asses off. So wonder where he got that. I was like, oh, that's fucking funny. Cause I didn't even know, to this day, I don't know what band it was. But I was like, fuck, I mean, people like it, so it's kind of cool. So, been watching the channel for maybe a year and a half. You got 6 months catching up, bro. Don't miss that back catalog. You're missing the fuck out. So I don't know if you've ever been to Kamifornia. Yeah, I've been to Kamifornia in shit. I think I was 20 years old. 20 years old, and I went there twice. Flew into LA and then drove about 45 minutes south. I can't remember the name of the town. I remember if I heard it. Northcrest maybe, or Ridgecrest. Is that something like that? So something like that. Yeah, we're going back almost 20 goddamn years ago. Went there twice. One time drove into Mexico. And then, was I ever there again? I'm trying to think. I want to say something else came up. Did I ever go there again? LA or Hollywood? No. Yeah, no, just those 2 times. And I liked it. I remember the one time I went in January. Yes, it was nice. You come from this goddamn, the land, fucking freezing your goddamn balls off. And then you go out there, you're like, oh shit, it's like, I remember you just needed maybe just a long sleeve. It was just comfortable. It's like, fuck, this is nice as fuck for January. And that was my first experience, going out to the West and seeing fast food restaurants like Jack in the Box and shit like that. Because we don't have that out here. And the reason I thought that was cool is because there's that Pulp Fiction line, eating cheeseburgers. What kind of burgers? Cheeseburgers. No, not. Where'd you get them? Wendy's, McDonald's, Jack in the Box. I never knew what the Jack in the Box was for years. I go out there, I'm 20 years old. I'm like, oh, this is an actual place. That's why it's in the movie. You didn't know that, dumb dust dogs? Like, we don't have it over here on the East Coast. So naturally, I'm like, fuck. uh, the girls I was out there with, I was like, hey, let's go fucking. I was like, I want to try Jack in the Box. She's like, yeah, she's like, it's pretty good. I'm like, why do I go? I was like, never even seen one. I was like, that's way, fuck yeah, Pulp Fiction. I was like, um, so that and like little other things, they're just a little different. Yeah, I mean, I liked it out there. Now, don't be wrong. I mean, hearing what fucking war zone is LA and all the fake ass motherfuckers and cost of living when I want to live out there, probably not. Um, but I enjoyed my goddamn stay where I was. So yes, I've been there. If not, first place to hit up is Dark Realm Records, Sadistic Intent store. Yeah, I would like to. The only thing is I think that's in the LA area right now. Like I said, I flew into LA, but I wasn't staying there. So if I was kind of in the area, I would. And you got to remember too, like places like Dark Realm and stuff like that. Naturally, like anything metal related, if I'm going on a vacation or something, yeah, that's going to be my interest. Let's check it out. But at the same time, I'm not going to go too out of my way. Why not? Like realistically, it's called like it is. What is Dark Realm Records or any other like store going to have? Especially there's unless they're stocking like used collections and shit, then there'd be an exception. What are they going to have that I don't see? Hell's Headband gets it all. Like let's say they're wholesaling and trading from the same guys we are. Nuclear War Now, Dark Descents, Iron Bonehead, uh, High Roller Records, or whoever they're dealing with. It's like we deal with all those guys too, so we get all that shit. So it's like I'm walking into a place. I'm like, okay, here's my everyday life that I see every single day. That's not that interesting to me. If they're now, if there's this record store, they're known for buying metal only, but specifically buying out metal collections, then that would be more interesting to me because you might find some cool ass fucking shit. Like you might be like, holy fuck, like which is kind of what I have. I looked on eBay. With the exception of No Rest for the Wicked, Ultimate Sin Down, the first four Ozzy Osbourne albums, all my LPs, they're the Japanese pressings with the Obi strips. I got them on eBay years ago when I went back and started buying stuff like Sabbath and Ozzy and the Dios. I said I was a little later to that. I knew about it. My early years, it was death, black metal, grindcore, and a little bit of thrash. It was extreme shit, the man shit, bro. When I hit 18, 19, it's like, all right, I think I got the heavy shit covered. Let's go to the lighter stuff. The radio friendly, the Sabbaths, the Motorheads, the Misfits, the Ozzies. That's good jam and metal, but radio friendly dad rock, goddammit. That's when I started buying that. So I think I was probably about 20 years old when I bought those Ozzies on eBay. I'm not saying I bought them back in the 80s, motherfucker. Obviously, I was even alive when some of those albums came out. But shit like that was cool. They're the way better pressings than the US versions. They're Japanese pressings. So sometimes record stores that are buying out collections, and if it's specific, because I don't need to want to flip through jazz records and dumb shit. If it was only buying metal collections, then yeah, you might get really, really fucking cool shit. Hell, so maybe somebody would have one of those goddamn Exploding Zombies demo tapes. Who the fuck knows? Stores like that, if I heard I was in there, I'd be a little bit more excited to go out of my way to visit. But I don't think Dark Realm does it. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I get the vibe that they don't. So in which case, it's like, all right, it's a bunch of shit I've already seen. The only other thing that would be mainly spike my interest is to talk to the Cortez brothers and primarily get a goddamn interview. But I tried that at Metal Threat and they ducked me like a motherfucker. Don't know why. I asked them. They were there for 2 days. We even sold their goddamn merch. I asked them two to five times total. Yeah, we'll do it, man. We're standing here talking. Let's just do it right now. Like literally, we're standing here talking for over an hour. This is what the video is. It's not like I don't like to call it an interview. It's not an interview. It's a conversation. But yes, I have to ask questions to get the fucking thing going because I'm hosting it. I was like, think of it, just our conversation's recording. I'm not going to ask you stupid shit. I'm not going to ask you about the jab or the virus, dumb shit that's going to get you canceled or get you, or any racial shit, controversial shit that's going to get people to hate you. I'm not going to ask dumb shit like that, brah. It's going to be all, yeah, I might bust your balls a little bit and stuff like that. I'm not even saying I would specifically for them, but I do that for guys. But it's a good fun and it's metal related. It's not about dumb shit to where it's going to throw them on the bus. Oh, look, now they're going to get canceled because they said this on J Dog's channel. So if anyone's thinking that, any guys coming, there's nothing like that. So there's, yeah, let's do it later. And they're not the only ones that have done that. Let's do it right now. We're standing here talking. Let's just hit record. Don't overthink it. There's guys in the local scene too, guys I'm buddies with. ducked me 3 or 4 times. Let's do a video now. I don't know. Like I got plans. Plans for what, man? We're talking right now. We got a good conversation going on shit that would definitely be fucking funny that people would want to hear. You just got there. Everyone's over fucking thinking this shit. So, what the fuck to leave off on this goddamn thing? My question is, have you ever heard of Cynic Focus? No, I have not. And did you boo them off the stage with everybody else when they toured with Cannibal Corpse? Was that the band that who all played the time I saw the Cannibal Corpse Immolation tour? Was whatever this year or last year? Again, this shit back in 2016. I mean, this year and last year is literally like the same month to me. So it blurs together. I can't remember. Whenever that Cannibal Corpse Immolation show was, yeah, I literally can't remember if it was last summer or this summer. It's the same difference to me. It's that fast time for me. That got my mind's that busy that it blurs together that literally that much. Whatever the fuck that show was, that's the last time I saw Cannibal. Dark Funeral was there too. There was an opening band. It sounded like some bullshit to me. Some bullshit twinkcore. Don't know because I didn't hear it. So I purposely, me and LCat, we went out to get some dinners. Fucking dumbass can't even talk. We got dinner before the show. Goddamn fucking fatheads too. Bit overrated, but kind of cool too. And for whatever reason, I get a bunch of gift cards every year for it. So they were stacking up. I'm like, yeah, it's on the way. Let's go get some fatheads, get some brews and some fucking food. So we did that. So we purposely kind of planned it. So literally, we pulled right in after dinner when the first band was done. Was that Cynic Focus? Again, I wasn't too interested to see the opening fucking band because I heard the dog smelled canoe, and from what I heard, it was canoe. Was that them? So I didn't boo them off because I wasn't there. Got skeeted on right on time. First goddamn band I wanted to see went right on. It was either I think it was Immolation or I think Immolation went first, then Dark Funeral. It was one of the others, but I think it was Immolation. When they toured Cannibal Corpse, definitely don't fit the bill. I believe you. It's funny because I started listening to later death albums when I started listening to death metal. So hearing your opinion is funny as fuck because there is truth to it. Yeah, again, I and at the later death albums, I've gone back to in recent times, not all of them, specifically Symbolic. Spiritual Healing, I was kind of hard on for years too, but I went back to that about 10 years ago. I'm like, it's good. I was like, I like it. Like, good, like I picked it up. I enjoyed it. It's just not as good as the demos, and it's not as good as Scream Bloody Gore Leprosy. That's all. But it is a good record, and arguably you can put it still keep in the death metal category. After that, I don't think this shit's death metal. But Symbolic and stuff, Crystal Mountain, it's just, in my opinion, it's definitely not death metal, but it's pretty good music. I have to admit, I was like, I'm kind of enjoying this. Sounds of Perseverance too. There were songs I'm like, it's pretty good music. And I think part of it, like I've lightened up and shit like that since I was a kid. It doesn't all have to be goddamn brutal. It's just, but it's not death metal. That's all I'm fucking saying. They're not one of the big four of death metal. They got 2, maybe 3 death metal records, and then they got more records that are not death metal. It's just they're not in the big four of death metal. That's my only argument. People think that there's dum-dums that almost think like I don't like death. Dude, I will death your ass under the table, especially when it comes to the death demos and the early albums. Like, I love that shit running circles around your dumbass as far as physical stuff that I own, counting boots, official releases, different pressings, and how often I listen to it, spin it, love it. First show was Death. I mean, a ton of value. I'm guaranteed I'm a bigger Death fucking fan than your dumbass saying that stupid shit. I'm just saying, don't come over here and say fucking Human's the greatest death metal album ever. You just anybody in the know other than another fucking 19-year-old fucking bozo looking at you and you're like, dude, you look fucking stupid as fuck. That's all. But could you argue this is a great metal album? Man, dude, I play it all the fucking time. It gets me motivated for my band. Those goddamn riffs. I want to be a guitar god like Chuck. You can make that argument. That's totally fine. And I don't even think that's canoe. I go, oh, okay, I can see that. But just stop calling this shit death metal. You put on Crystal Mountain. That is not death metal. A pretty good song, though, I gotta say. I was like, this is pretty good. Mom might like it, but it's pretty good. Is it metal? I never said it wasn't metal. It's definitely fucking metal. It's commercial fucking radio-friendly metal. Again, so is Ozzy and shit like that. You tell him, not taking anything away from that. Mr. Crowley, Crazy Train, Over the Mountain. Those are great, fantastic, fucking legendary songs. But it is radio-friendly commercial metal. Just when people hear those terms, they think you're ripping on it. No, this is just what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's what you prefer. That's fine. Just don't call it what it is. Ozzy Osbourne death metal. Like I'd call you out, like what? But since I call it out and say, hey, Ozzy Osbourne ain't death metal, people think, oh, well, he doesn't like Ozzy now. What? No, that doesn't mean that, dumb fuck. I'm just correcting you of what it's fucking not. And goddamn, I'm sorry, Symbolic is not a death metal album. Sounds of Perseverance is definitely not a death metal album. Shit like it's just not. So that's all I'm saying. But are they pretty good commercial records? Yeah. I gotta say, going back to them, I have to say that they are pretty goddamn good. So totally hear y'all got down there. Just correcting the lingo of the incorrect ass motherfuckers on YouTube. That's all. Comes good, you know what to do. But the guy wants to get out of the morning. Later, goddamn it.